Welcome to the StarGazer podcast. I'm Monty,
I'm Eli.
and if you notice a slight delay, I apologize. We are now doing things over Discord, and if you're wondering where Sydney is, she went up to whatever the college is, and she forgot her microphone, so she's unavailable this week. But I've brought you special guest, ColdtheHunter, aka a longtime friend of mine, Eli. Say hello.
Hello. I am Eli. I am ColdtheHunter. You can find me at twitch.tv/ColdtheHunter. That's about it.
Where's your Twitter?
Oh, it's about the same. Let me actually hold on. I got it on hand. You can find me at ColdtheHunter with a lowercase t. You figure out which one it is.
There's like 4 T's in your name. It's like, which one?
There's two. That's the 50-50 chance. I also have a nice refreshing
capital, except not really.
I have a nice refreshing mug of Sprite.
I have a nice refreshing nothing of nothing. So before we get into the deep stuff for news this week, why is Jizz trending?
I looked into it. It is sorry, the first tweet is woke up and Jizz is trending. Let us bathe in the glory that is the jizz. But it's a soccer player named Jizz Hornkamp, I think.
Hornkamp. Hang on.
Yeah, his name is Jizz Hornkamp.
I'm gonna look this up. Jizz Hornkamp. Dutch, of course. Of course he's Dutch. That means from... Hang on. Holland. That's right. Holland is the Dutch people. All right.
No, Holland does.
Holland does. So, in news to start off with, I guess, recently COVID hit 100 million cases worldwide, which sucks.
Yeah, Oh, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I read that and I was like, that's a cold open right there.
It's a big number. But we always open, if there's news about COVID, we always open with that just to like get it out of the way. And now that it's out of the way, SpaceX also tried to launch the Snake and the Snine, as I like to call it, two different models two different models of Starship, and I heard somewhere that like violated their some sort of launch permit or something, some NASA paperwork they had violated or whatever. I don't know.
I would really appreciate it if Elon Musk would stop violating the space, please.
Yes, Elon Musk, please stop violating space. But at least it's, not people. Or like, I don't know. At least he's not Harvey Weinsteining. I think it's Harvey.
Yeah, you know what?
Was it Harvey Weinstein that did that? I don't remember.
There's two Steens, and I don't care for either of them.
Which two?
Frankenstein and Einstein.
Frankenstein and Einstein.
No,
Harvey Einstein.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. No, it's a stein full of wine. That's what it is. That's the joke.
I can't talk on the... Yes, hello?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my dog is going nuts.
Yeah, you have a dog with you. That's actually a fun side topic before we get into the big problem of this week. You got a dog recently, didn't you?
Yeah, and she shit on the floor less than 30 minutes from start.
That's right.
She is a nervous little... So here's the thing. She is nervous as all hell. She was more than likely neglected and abused before we got her.
Aww.
And she just scared herself by sniffing an instruction booklet off a shelf.
Like just now?
Yeah, no, I'm watching her currently, and that's what she's doing.
Oh my god.
But she is a Rhodesian Ridgeback, so if you Google what that dog looks like, she is supposed to get just about as tall as my mother. which for context, she is a short woman. You know, like Rhodesian Ridgebacks are one of those big dogs, like Great Danes.
Okay.
So she's gonna get massive, and
Jesus.
she's so nervous,
Oh God.
which is not the best pairing because nervous plus too big to understand size
I'm trying
is
to
gonna
think.
end really
I'm
bad.
trying to think of a giant nervous animal, and the best that I could come up with is like Godzilla, but like every building it knocks over is just like, oh God, oh man, I knocked that over. So it like spins around really fast and just knocks over another building, and they're like, ah shit, I keep doing it.
Yeah, like kind of like that big red dog clitoris.
Thanks for tuning in. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm sorry. That's my favorite. That's one of my
Christ.
favorite jokes right now.
It's, oh God, big red dog clitoris. Clitoris the big red dog.
Yeah, no,
writing that one down.
I adore that one. That's not my quote. I absolutely stole that, but I cannot remember from where.
I'm stealing it as if it is from you. So yeah.
Asterisk thief.
Another quick tangent. By the way, you will learn very quickly that this entire podcast is nothing but tangents. It's like
I could tell.
It's like 5% news and 95% tangent. But on that Godzilla tangent, there was a trailer, I think.
For Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. So I have to ask the ultimate question: Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, Godzilla.
Godzilla.
No doubt in my mind.
Okay, now we are on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Kong
Except
is but a
not really.
monkey.
But no, King Kong will win because big monkey.
Take me back. I want to be monkey.
Take me back. I want to be monkey. But how do we put this? Who's gonna win? No one, because the movie's not gonna be about them fighting. The movie's gonna be about stupid human plot. We all know that. We all know.
I think the only good part is, if I'm correct, Millie Bobby Brown is supposed to be in that.
Who?
She was an actor. Yeah, she's supposed to be one of the main characters. She's from Stranger Things.
Okay.
Which is nice. Oh, and one of the Skarsgårds is going to be in it as well.
One of the Skarsgårds. Is it Bill or
Alex?
Alex.
Yeah, no.
Is that the? Oh, that's the other brother.
Sorry, Stella is sniffing a corner. And she's done. Cool.
Sniffing a corner.
No, she really is just an enigma of a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope, she's back at it. No, I think I honestly, like, side note, I think it's really cool what Stranger Things did for a lot of these, like, child actors.
Yeah.
Mainly because, like, I know it's hard being a child actor,
Mm-hmm.
not from personal experience, but, like, I did my research.
You're not a child.
I'm looking at Josh Hutcherson.
Josh Hutcherson. Oh, who was the Twilight guy?
Robert Pattinson or
I think
the other one.
I think it was the other one. Robert Pattinson was the vampire, right?
Yes, we're just gonna look up werewolf.
Jacob.
No,
that was
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner. He was a child actor too, wasn't he? Because he was in...
because he was Spy Kids. Not Spy Kids.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yes, it would be.
You were close.
Two movies that you forced me to watch that I regret and love at the same time.
Yes, you love to hate him and you hate to love him. God, for the billionth tangent, the new movie that I don't think was a Robert Rodriguez film was We Can Be Heroes, which featured the characters Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and Lava Girl was played by the same actress. God, what was her name?
Was Shark Boy not?
No. Lava Girl was played by Taylor Dooley way back in 2005, and also We Can Be Heroes in 2020. But We Can Be Heroes did not feature Taylor Lautner as Shark Boy. It featured... Hang on... hang on, I'm looking for it. Who he also I watched the whole movie. By the way,
Yeah?
garbage movie. Has nothing
I
to
would
do with Shark
assume.
Boy and Lava Girl. It was just not good overall. But Shark Boy had no speaking lines at all. Zero, nothing. JJ
JJ
Dashnaw.
Dashnaw.
Yes, I was looking at IMDb and I saw it the exact same time you did. But
I understand why he was lineless.
exactly, it was like
No, he's just a stunt coordinator.
it's like if he speaks, everyone immediately knows it's not Taylor Lautner, and they're
You know,
like, "Oh, it's not Shark Boy."
he did he's done stunts since 88 and has done stunts for every single Spy Kids movie.
That explains why it's in. Jesus.
They just went, hey,
Sin
do we got
City.
any loose men around?
Do we have any just, other people? Because we don't want to get Taylor Lautner again. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were thinking. He did Fantastic Four in 2015. He did Hateful Eight. That's pretty cool. And Magnificent Seven. And Equalizer 2. Those are nice. And Machete. And Scary Movie 4. Cool. He did also, as you said, all the Spy Kids movies. That's pretty neat. But overall, garbage movie, wouldn't recommend. Getting back to news, because I don't want to waste too much time not talking about this. This whole GameStop short sell thing going on. Have you heard about this?
I have. I dug into it a little bit because I wanted to better understand what it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna refer to it as the Game Stonk crisis. Because I like that name better.
I just think it's funny that all these millionaires are like, "Hey, wait, poor people can't do this. What the fuck?"
It's like, oh well, poor people should get smart and they should learn how to invest, and then we get smart and we learn how to invest, and they go, wait, no,
don't
do that.
Well, no, because I think it's funny because like Robinhood was even like, "Hey, you poor people shouldn't be doing this," and would lessen the stocks.
Exactly. Well,
and now it's coming out. It's coming out that there's actually a lot of like lawsuits coming against them.
Oh yeah, they're getting the Attorney General and like all of the Department of Justice to like investigate this, because apparently people on Wall Street that was involved in trying to get money off of GameStop crashing were also hoping that Robinhood would go up, so they had some sort of like deep dark conspiracy thing brewing. So they're trying to figure all that out, because there's a lot of string and a lot of knots going around that people are trying to untie.
Yeah.
But to summarize, for those listening now or in the future, and those who don't know, Wall Street predicted that GameStop, like the company, you go and sell 15 games and they give you $8, was going to completely go under and that it would crash. So they were selling everything, and then they were going to go buy it all back up when it was really low to get money. But people on Reddit, I think, are Wall Street Bets or something like that. One of the Reddit pages for Wall Street stuff decided, hey, go and buy a fuck ton of stock in GameStop because it's really low right now. So everyone went and did that, and then all the billionaires are like, wait, no, you can't do that. And GameStop went to like its highest point of all time at like $400 a share.
Yeah. Well, no, because that tanked all the millionaires.
Exactly, because
it's just also gambling.
I want to say this is like the opposite. For one company, it's the opposite of like a stock market crash. Their biggest share in like their entire company history was like $50, maybe $60, and then overnight it skyrocketed to like $500-600 in like 10 minutes. It was just, whoa, hang on.
Well, like, I think it's funny that it's just rich people gambling.
Exactly. And
like, there's no real point to put stock into anything.
Exactly. You could go find, you don't have to, you'd be fine without stocks. It's just stocks is like not really a cheater's method, but it's like a catch-up kind of thing. Like if you're running behind, you can kind of use stocks and be like, okay, I'm going to invest in something that's low, wait for it to go up, and then I'll sell it, and then I'll be able to have money to pay off a loan or a mortgage or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
To be fair, we are unqualified and nowhere near.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Talk about
if fucking Reddit people can be qualified, I think we can be qualified.
I'm talking about to discuss, like, investing your money or telling you what to do with your money.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Don't fucking listen to me.
We're going over what we have heard and what we've seen and what we've read. And it's a shit show.
Yeah, I know. I don't take money advice from me. I just picked up a second job.
Yeah, don't take money advice from me. I'm about to quit my job.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, like, okay, if you've been listening the past week or so, audience, I literally just got this job. Like, it hasn't even been a month, but last week they were asking me, hey, can you pick up an 8-hour shift on Saturday? You know, the one day that I told them I literally cannot work because of this show for you people. And I told them no. And then they asked me a second time and I just ignored them for that. The whole week before, I had to cover shifts for 3 people who all called in sick at the exact same time. There was a day that I was supposed to work from, I don't remember exactly what time. Let's say noon to 4. Or no, let's go noon to 8, and then someone else was supposed to work from 8 a.m. to 4. So I get there at noon, and then that person who's supposed to leave at 4 left at 1. So I was alone for 3 hours, and that also happened to be during a time the biggest lunch rush I have ever seen in 20 years of eating food. And I had to do that alone. And then the guy who was supposed to get there at 4 to replace the other person ended up being late. So, and then I was working this Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday. And I'm working, and the other person there asks me, hey, can you cover an 8-hour shift tomorrow because this person's still sick? And I said, no, I cannot because I have things that I'm already doing. And then later in that day, they asked me, are you sure you can't cover it? Or has like anything changed in the past, hour? And I'm like, no, I can't cover it. I got off work, I got home, and I get a text from like the store manager or like the store owner. They're like, hey, can you like cover this shift tomorrow at all? And I told them, no, I already told this person I can't work this shift. The next morning, they asked me again if I can come in that day and say, hey, can you work like 6 hours today at least? And I said, no, and consider this my 2 weeks. Because it's like, I understand if people get sick. We're a team of 6.
You guys need more people.
We need more people. And they went, there was this girl they tried to hire. And I'm not going to specify where I was working because I don't care and you don't either, trust me. But there was this girl they tried to bring in. She walked in for like her interview. They went around, did like one of those little tours, and then she left. She was supposed to work 20 hours like a couple weeks ago or something like that. She didn't show up for a single shift, and the next week she was not on the schedule. She came in for an interview and just bounced. That was it.
I wish that surprised me in any way, shape, or form.
I know, it didn't surprise me, but it was so aggravating.
Like, I guess the only reason I can relate is because I work for Hot Topic, and I don't speak for the brand of the company. Mm-hmm. But damn, we got some shit ass policies, and also we don't fire people at all. Yeah, which is ridiculous. We literally had someone.
Like, you get warnings, don't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, you get warnings. You get like 3 of them, but like we had someone actively come in with COVID, and they knew, and they pulled their mask down before open, and they aren't fired, and it pisses me off.
God, that actually reminded me. just yesterday, guy comes in and says, or no, he comes in, no mask. And I go, do you have a mask? And he goes, I sure don't. And I'm like, all right. I look around awkwardly because legally we don't have to serve them if they don't have a mask. So I'm like, fuck it, you're here. I'll just go in the back, grab you a mask, and give it to you. So he comes up, puts on the mask, and then he's like, okay, do you still have that 2-for-1 deal? And the guy who I was working with said no, because I wasn't sure. And I said, apparently not, because I thought he heard him. And he's like, huh? And I said, it's apparently not. And then he said, well, is it apparently or is it not? And I said, it's not. And he said, great. And he left. And that was it.
It's a yes or no question. Apparently.
Apparently not. It's
fucking...
like, he said no. I was unsure. That's why I said, apparently not. Fuck you. Get out of our store.
You know, because, like, well, my thing is that, like, this was before, like, the holidays and stuff, so it wasn't nearly as bad for COVID. But my work mostly trusts each other because we all know each other, and we're all there for a reason. We're all fucking depressed and gothic or emo, and that's where we like to work because we're surrounded by things we enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one person who shall not be named. Oh, fucking Windows. Can you not blow my ears out, please, with a virus and threat protection summary?
The story took a weird turn.
So did my ears getting blown out. But no, so we come in to open and everything, and because it's like a 1 hour, it would get like 30 minutes to an hour to open, and because we're also working with chemicals because we have to sanitize everything, we didn't keep our masks all the way up. It was like, we all trust each other to, you know, not fucking bring a deadly virus into our workplace.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was that they came in with COVID. They came in and then like an hour later went, hey, by the way, I can't taste or smell. And I was like,
yep.
Are you are, wow, the audacity of this motherfucker. So I immediately went into the back and just hid and waited for my manager to come because I was like, hey, this motherfucker's stupid. And they're like, because they're a key holder, which the likelihood of them seeing this, understanding who they are, I'm just going to say this straight up. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Because I will say it to your face right now. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I want your job. Give it to me. I need the money.
Fuck you. Give me your job.
Well, no, because regular sales associates. Yeah, I try to be. Well, no, it's because sales associates work like 8 hours of work. But they get shit ass hours, and then key holders get like 20. And it's like, hey, I would like your job, please, because you know you're not gonna fucking. I'm not gonna bring a deadly virus to the store.
Yeah.
But no, it bothers the hell out of me. And then worst of all was like you praise masks so hard and make sure that everybody else wears them in the store, and then you brought COVID to the store. And it's like, you are an absolute back-ass-words dumbass.
Yeah.
And so, like, my big thing was, our big thing at the store is, because we also can refuse service. So there's a lot of times where...
what was your go-to thing for people that are just, like, really stupid?
The worst experience that I've had there, or
no, there was a thing where people would be like, people would be acting stupid or whatever. They'd be like, do you have MAGA caps? And you're like, sir, this is a hot topic.
Oh yeah, if anybody has seen a hot topic, you've seen one. You understand we're gay.
You see one, you see them all.
I mean, no, you've not seen them all. Some of the people that work there are characters.
Yeah.
But no, multiple times, I've had people either come in asking for Trump stuff. The weirdest question I got was when someone came up to me and asked me if we sold silver bullets, which meant one of two things. I didn't want the answer to either of them, Because either he was looking for real bullets, or he was looking for a sex toy. We are a hot topic. We sell neither guns nor sex toys. You're a little lost.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe, because what did they say? They said, "Do you sell silver bullets?" Right?
Yeah, and then they walked away afterwards.
Maybe they were a werewolf, and they wanted to make sure that silver bullets were inaccessible to the community.
Did they check every store first? You don't know.
They might have. You don't know that. All you know was Hot Topic.
Yeah, but no. Well, because the other thing that came with the key holder that had COVID, which, by the way, still want your job. It would get me a car. Still want your job. Was it because of how it affected the rest of the store? Because we all had to like get tested or quarantine, like make sure, double check.
Yeah.
And we're all gay, depressed, and sad. We all have something that is more likely than not going to be double potent or more harmful if we have COVID, like asthma or like and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
you have asthma, right?
Yeah, I have asthma, which, by the way, that's my favorite excuse for people that come in without masks. Because it's like, oh, I have asthma. It's like, damn right you do, and so do I. I'm on hour number 4.
Love it.
But no, so my thing was like, that affected people that didn't even work at the store. Like, my partner couldn't even go see like their parents for Christmas, which, like, granted, I would not have traveled for Christmas unless it like. But it didn't exceed 8 people, so I was like, all right, this is fine. Because I have views on the pandemic as a whole.
Yeah.
But like my partner's not been able to see their parents for 3 years due to multiple health complications. This year they were finally able to, and then my one dumbass fucking key holder came along, and we were just like, oh, good, glad you care for other people so much. So now we roast the shit out of her at work. But yeah, no. So
how do you roast her? Do you like eat something and then you're like, oh, this tastes so good?
Oh,
it's such a good taste. I'm sure glad I can taste.
But she also, this is no offense to people with bangs, but also people with bangs might understand. She has the worst. She just got a haircut and gave herself the worst bangs imaginable.
God. Are they like all different lengths?
It's not even that they're different lengths; they're different widths.
Ugh.
They look like a smoker's smile.
Oh God.
And like
they look like a British person's smile.
And like what they were going for was cute. Like they talked it up a whole shit ton. They were like they tried to make their hair look like the daughter from Hotel Transylvania, which I can't remember the name of. I just know it's played by Selena Gomez. Mavis. You rule 34 son of a bitch.
Anyway.
No, but they were going for like a Mavis vibe, and it's like, all right. I mean, I hope it goes well, and then they fucked it royally, and it's like, wow. You could not have screwed yourself over any worse.
Some royal fuckage.
Yeah. But no, there's some shit ass policies at Hot Topic. Other like the mask is not a bad policy. And with the pandemic thing, I believe as long as you know who you're staying around and you're staying safe about it, you can go see certain people.
Yeah.
Like for the duration of the pandemic, I've seen my 2 neighbors that I hang out with that are downstairs, and I know that their circle is small. I've hung out with you and your partner. I've hung out with Sadie, but I know you guys literally only work and then go home. And we don't
go anywhere.
Exactly. And so with my like actual family, that's where I end up taking the most risk. So I like. For 2 weeks ahead of time, I'm like, did everybody test? Is everybody okay? What happened? This, that, and the other. Because other than it being a general, like, deterrent of me, not wanting to get a deadly virus, I also then can't work. And it's like, haha, good. Grand, thank you. And because I am a young lad who has purchased an apartment. So I need to keep money flowing in, which, by the way, did not get either of the last 2 stimulus checks. and I am hanging on by the last thread of my hair.
Yep. The last thread of your stupid neckbeard.
You know what? I am doing better on that. My beard and my fungus would like to stay out of this.
Your cosmetic fungus. What was its name again? Jerry?
Cosmo.
Cosmo, that's right, because it's Cosmo. Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld is my fungus.
My cosmetic fungus is Barry B. Benson. Why did... I forget, what was the name of the specific thing again?
I don't know. You just reminded me that Larry King died.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that last week. God.
Because there was B. Larry King.
B. Larry King. Rest in peace, you legend kind of thing. I kind of got really upset about that, man. It was like, I saw it because, like, before every week I go on Wikipedia and I see, okay, what's happened this week? What's really important happening?
Yeah.
And I looked at the deaths and it said Larry King and I was like, what? And I went and looked it up and I went and Googled like 14 different things all at once and it was like Larry King died and I was like, God damn it. Fuck.
Well, like, for me, that's like the first big one of this year.
Oh, yeah.
Because last year ended with
Yeah, who was the big one of the end of last year?
There were a lot last year.
Oh,
but
there was a lot.
My main
Kobe Bryant. We went over this a while ago, but hang on, Wikipedia.
My personal main one was Alex Trebek.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And that's just because he was like, if you've seen videos of him from like the 80s and the 70s, he's a stone cold motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like he does not care at all, and he's funny. He was a funny dude.
That's what it was. The big one for a lot of rock fans. Neil Peart died.
Yeah. Well, actually, like just recently, and I know you've probably never heard of her. I haven't either. But Sophie, she was a pop producer and singer that just passed, and she really, from what I've like looked at and read, because this is very recent, she was a really big inspiration for a lot of pop music that we have currently.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that. I remember reading about that. She was Scottish, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of.
But like, no, that was like while we were setting up, I was like, oh shit, okay. Because I've been watching the people that I follow that are artists like tweet out their condolences and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really interesting that Twitter is kind of like our world community.
Yeah, even though they're starting to ban everything or something, I don't remember. That was a whole crisis a couple weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was only because people were literally inciting violence.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm. Which,
I mean,
again, not to make light of situations, but violence is violence.
Actually, there's a really funny thing that I found earlier.
Oh yeah.
With some recent awful events. There's a dude who I will only refer to as the Shaman.
The Shaman?
Yeah, no, if you Google him, he's a whole fucking character. He recently felt betrayed and was willing to possibly go in and testify against somebody in a very large trial hitting the Supreme Court in February-ish.
Of last year?
No, this year.
It's not February. Oh, he's going to. This shaman is going to contest against what exactly?
His lead man of his operation.
Okay. I feel like I understand what you're saying.
In as many words as I don't want to bring this into a podcast that I can provide.
Are you talking about a Cheeto man?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
I am.
Cool. We talk about Trump all the time on here, by the way.
Okay, sick. I didn't check beforehand.
It is well established that it is not that thing is not a great Cheeto.
Yes. So first off, that man is an asshole.
Yes.
Second off, so there's a shaman who goes by the title like QAnon shaman. He's about to testify against Trump because he feels betrayed that he didn't get a pardon. Which
A part in what?
A pardon.
Oh, a pardon.
Like a presidential pardon.
Oh,
yeah.
are you talking about the... Oh, God. What was it? The guy... I'm thinking about the guy in the White House with, like, the deer antlers hat.
Yeah, that's him.
That's the guy?
That's the QAnon shaman.
Cool.
But he felt betrayed by Trump, and so now he's going to go testify at his impeachment trial. He's trying to.
God.
Which is funny because the Twitter memes were immediately like top 10 anime betrayals. And just pictures of him screaming.
Fucking Christ. I love it. I love I've seen so many pictures of that shaman fucking just standing in like a giant conference room with his thing on, and he's got his arms like slightly wide, and his mouth is just slightly open, and I'm sitting there thinking, what is he waiting for? Why doesn't he just do something? And he didn't do anything.
To make light of a very awful shit ass situation.
Oh yes. And quick
the
disclaimer,
only
if I may, quick disclaimer, no snowflake territory. If you identify as a snowflake, well, you wouldn't identify as a snowflake, but if people would refer to you as snowflake and you get offended by that, this is a no you territory. Please and thank you. Eli, you may continue.
So like, one, if anybody calls you a snowflake, just punch him in the dick.
Yeah, punch him in the dick, establish dominance, call them a snowflake.
Spit in their teeth and call their mom a whore.
Steal their teeth and boil them.
Just sell them on the black market. You'll make plenty of money.
You can't sell them on the black market. Teeth are white.
Oh, wow, dude.
You'd have to sell teeth on the white market because that's the market for white things. So you buy teeth because they're white. It's like buying, like, what are some other... It's like snow. You can buy snow at the white market, but you can't buy snow at the black market because snow's white.
Monty, my boy, your joke is getting too in-depth.
This was a terrible joke, and I'm sorry I had to drag it out for this long.
So the only thing I want to make light of about it is every single picture looks like they're posing with like the first genetically modified T-Rex that's supposed to be a pet. Like they all look like they've just witnessed a fucking world wonder that they broke in. Like they look like tourists. Like every single picture that they have, because it's all like, "Hey, mom, look, check this out," and it's like, "You're in the fucking. Can someone get you out of there? What?"
It's all great. It's all good. It's all funny.
To once again shift from a lot worse.
Yeah.
I found a new. So I have. My apologies. I have a Twitter favorite.
Yeah.
Like it's a personal thing that I adore, and it's accounts that are dedicated to just one thing.
Oh.
Whether it be telling a story or a video, I follow 4 of them. There's a Kingdom Hearts account that puts all of the story of Kingdom Hearts 358/2 into an actual year span to understand it.
Okay.
But the funnier ones usually come around Friday or Saturday. And I just found one that is... I can't remember his fucking name. It's the dude who currently plays James Bond. And it's him just going, "Ladies and gentlemen, The Weekend." And it plays every weekend. I have Saturdays are made for the dads. And congrats, sailor, you made it to Friday.
Nice.
And it provides me so much joy, because if there's anything wrong in the world, I know that I can always fall back on the knowledge that at least like 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturdays are made for dads is going to appear on my feed.
Jesus.
And I will watch that for 30 minutes until I can go to sleep.
Ugh. Fucking beautiful. I don't know why that reminded me of this, but I used to... God, this is gonna paint me in a weird light. I used to sleep like with, how do I put this? I had every light in my room on. I had headphones in both ears, or earbuds in both ears, blasting music, and I had my bed sheet over most of my head and face, and that's how I slept for a while. For like 2 or 3 years. That's how I ended up sleeping. I don't remember what caused me to do that, but God, it might have been related to me getting back into like creepypastas and stuff.
I haven't gotten the closest I've gotten to horror stuff recently has been Dead by Daylight, which I've been playing obsessively. But I really want to get back into the lore of SCPs.
Yeah, I've been getting an SCP kick again recently.
And like there's already hundreds of people that do this. But I really want to make like SCP audio logs just because they're really cool and they're interesting to listen to.
We could do that. That's a topic for another day. We'll talk about that later. But sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you were good. That was kind of it. I want to make audio logs for SCP entries.
That's it. But God, what was it? I remember something like multiply your birthday, or like the birth month, the birth day, and then take like the last two numbers of the year and add it on to the end, or something, like some weird number thing. And I found an SCP that was like just a it was just this weird eyeball thing with an antenna, and it had wheels or something. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up.
Oh, I think I already know what your SCP you're talking about.
I don't.
It is an SCP that was either specifically designed, or I can't remember, but it does help out a lot for SCP-173. Because they are a pair of eyes. They're just little eye dudes. And there's a remake of like SCP Containment Breach that was made in Unity Engine, and you can unlock them. Like you can get their cell open, and they will permanently keep 173 in place. Which is really nice, considering it just takes out one of the multiple people you're probably going to go up against in that game.
Cool. I never got too much into SCP because I was always afraid that I would lose sleep, because I scare very easily.
Yeah.
Audience, do not take that as a challenge. I seriously will lose actual sleep.
I take that as a challenge.
Don't.
No, I'm sorry.
Elizabeth?
You know what? Mortithin?
Mortithin? That sounds like a fucking, like a prescription drug. Mortithin.
Oh god, it's gonna be my fantasy drug, Mortithin.
Fantasy drug. That's gonna be. Now I've latched on to fantasy. I'm tangenting off of random things, or not random things, but
actually, Ollie did text me something that they wanted me to share with you. They Snapchat is coming out with a series with Ryan Reynolds that is essentially just Unus Annus Ryan Reynolds, but it's not going to end in a year.
Okay.
It's literally just called Ryan Reynolds Doesn't Know It. And it's just him experimenting with new shit he's never done before.
Okay.
So, and I don't know when it like fully releases or anything like that, but I thought you should be the first to know as a large Ryan Reynolds fan.
Mm-hmm. I am a large Ryan Reynolds fan, so much so that I earlier today I invited you over to watch Deadpool tomorrow. I
would actually call you more medium-sized.
Earlier today. What?
You said you were a large Ryan Reynolds fan. You're
Yes.
more medium-sized.
No, I'm large. I'm actually extra large.
So am I. It's okay.
I wear extra large. I don't know if I can.
We could be extra large together.
Extra large together. Table for two, please. I don't know. But
Table for two, but room
yeah.
for four.
Room for four.
That sounds like a fucking Fall Out Boy album.
Table for two.
Or like an early Panic at the Disco song.
Jesus. But I'm gonna write that down, and we're gonna do that later. Hang on. But,
Thank you.
What else? But yeah, large Ryan Reynolds fan, extra large, medium Ryan Reynolds fan. I'm not a wizard. I recently had enough money to get myself a new phone, which I've been saving up for. I'm not getting it yet. I'm waiting a little bit longer on important garbage. But when I have enough to get the phone and be able to pay for my monthly phone bill, I am 100% switching to Mint Mobile.
Oh,
Only because Ryan Reynolds.
As soon as I get the proper income to do it, I might do that as well. Just because I want. So go ahead.
The first fucking commercial I saw for Mint Mobile was Ryan Reynolds saying like, "Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. You know me from Deadpool and this one," and he pointed at Green Lantern, and he was like, "And I am now a big participant in Mint Mobile, and don't just listen to me, listen to Rick Moranis." And then Rick Moranis walks up, and I was like, and then it's Brian's like, "Hi, Rick Moranis," and then Rick just leaves.
He literally just got him to come out of retirement for one commercial.
Yeah. Wait, was Rick Moranis retired? What?
Yeah.
I wrote RCI space K Moranis. Jesus. Was he? I did not. I thought. Oh wait, I remember what it was. I know what I'm thinking about. It was I lost the name. Mel Brooks was retired because his wife passed away, so he wanted to take care of his kids. That's what I was thinking of. Which is kind of sad. It's really nice, but it's really sad. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Fantasy. You don't know this, or maybe you do, but I'm slowly but surely working on D&D.
I see you streaming it, and I know you've told me a little bit about it.
Yeah.
How is it going?
Better than my other failed attempts, and as you know, I failed many attempts. But
I don't think it was failed.
No, they were failed.
Okay.
Is today the story I tell? Today is the story I tell. The story of Debus. Fucking what was it? I'm a homebrew guy, and the only reason I do homebrew is because I hate reading. So I never wanted to read a single D&D book to understand any of the things that I would need to know to run a campaign. So I decided to build my own from the ground up to a thing where it would make sense. That way I didn't have to read anything. I just knew it all already. And I built everything from the ground up. I'm talking like class systems, character sheets, the whole fighting system, the health points and whatever, magics and spells, and that included the race class system. Then the races had a thing I called Half-Blood, where you could take any two races and combine them and get half of either of their traits. So one of our friends, I will refer to them as Juxtaposition. That's a terrible idea. I will refer to them as Jeebles. Jeebles. Actually, I'll probably just go Jables. Jables fucking looks at the race sheet for a minute, and he's looking at it, and he's like, I got it. And then he makes a half-blood between a dwarf and a giant. And he names this creature Debus.
I still have pictures of Debus.
Oh, I have pictures too. I still have Debus's character sheet lying around somewhere.
That's terrifying.
I'm going to incorporate Debus, not as a playable character, but as something else. But how do I put this? Races had like special like buffs. So a dwarf, because they're dwarves, they would be able to do double damage with warhammers and other big weapons and stuff like that. But Debus, also being a giant, was able to dual wield bigger weapons that other classes would only be able to wield one of them because it's so fucking big. So Jables decides, I'm going to buy 2 of the most powerful warhammers that I can buy right now, dual wield them, and do quadruple damage to everything I hit. And his catchphrase was Debus Smash, and then he would jump, roll, and it would end up being like a 3, but he would end up killing the enemy anyway because the enemies were so underpowered. And we got to the end of that first session, and y'all were heading up to a castle or something. And God, what was it? You were heading up to a castle, and I was like, all right, fuck this. Let's see how powerful this thing is. And I put up a dragon, and Jables rolls, and it's a nat 20. So he goes up and deals 80 damage to this dragon, and in my system, that was way past dead. And this dragon's killed in 1 hit, and I'm sitting there in disbelief, and I'm like, why did I ever write this thing in? Anyway, that's the legend
now
of
you
Debus.
Now you have to nerf dwarf giants.
I have to nerf dwarf giants. I'm just like I said, I'm completely redoing it. I'm not using any of my old notes. I've been stuck on the character sheet for a hot minute. But if I can get the character sheet done, I'll be happy. I'll be satisfied.
Yeah.
But after that's done, I'm hoping, and this isn't a promise for, hang on. This is not a promise to you, audience, to anybody watching or listening right now. This is not a promise that I will get a campaign up and running soon. It is a promise that I will get a campaign up and running eventually. But, Eli, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If I were to get that campaign to a functional state soon, would you be willing to take yourself and possibly a few friends to bug test it for me for a session, maybe 2, and then perhaps we do live streams every month or so?
I would love to.
You would love to. That sounds fantastic. Have you at all heard of the Rooster Teeth production Die is Cast, featuring, I think, Gus Sorolla?
I have not.
Well, it's very simple. They all get on Discord, they get out their character sheets and their dice, and then they play D&D over Discord.
Nice.
And that's literally it. That's probably what we'd end up doing. Again, no promises, definitely not for any time soon, but hopefully something works out and something
actually
clicks and ticks and works. Go ahead.
Along those lines, you just reminded me, there is about to be a new D&D series that was like officially sponsored by D&D.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's got a couple people from like the original Smosh games, like Lasercorn and Jovenshire.
Oh, that's cool.
But it also has Brandon Rogers in it.
Okay.
And it's D&D, but they also, like, half of the story is told from the table side, and the other half of the story is told from, like, Muppets.
What?
So I don't know the 2 women that are in it, because it's literally Jovenshire, Lasercorn, Brandon Rogers, and 2 women that I've never seen before. But it looks hilarious.
What is this thing called?
It is called it's called Stuff of Legends.
Stuff of Legends. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm looking at the thumbnail and it's... God, I am not a big fan of this. Brendan Rodgers, is that a wig or is it just like, did he just grow his hair out?
Nah, that's just his hair.
Okay.
He's been growing that out for a while.
Lisa Foyles, Lasercorn, Shannon Malcolm, Brandon Rogers. And then Muppets such as Magelica Plum, Hatchet Hand, Areola Borealis, and Slippy Richardson.
Hey, hold on. I need to call Ollie. The Stella's bothering the cat to the point where the cat has fallen into the side of the bed, and I need to go retrieve the cat from falling up through our fucking bed.
All right, I'll try.
Give us a second.
I'll try and take over for a minute or two. So,
Jesus fuck.
Wow.
All right, Evie.
Well, we're left alone, audience.
Oh, you weren't stuck. You're just a liar.
We're gonna listen to this. I've heard nothing else. You weren't stuck. You're just a liar. In case you didn't hear that.
Hold on, Ollie's wondering what happened.
Oh.
So Stella just bothered Evie into the side of our bed to the point where I thought Evie was falling through. Evie was fine. She was just being dramatic.
Is Evie a cat?
Evie is a cat. Evie is our roommate, T-Bone Steaks cat.
T-Bone Steaks. Got it.
Yeah.
What was it? James?
Jams.
Gotcha. Jams. So that's also the exact reason why I can't come over and see you ever, because cat.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
We try to clean up pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm. I'm also, quick tangent. I was gonna say I'm allergic to cats, just like Monty Ohm. I am convinced that every person that can reasonably have their name shortened to Monty or not, maybe not Morty, but like I am convinced that every Monty Reek, every Montgomery, every person that would shorten their name to Monty is allergic to cats, and no one has proven me otherwise. Do you have anything to add on to that?
I mean, no, I can't say that you're wrong.
See? It's because like every, like with a sample size of 2, it's a little hard to, draw conclusions. But then again, it's weird that it's the thing that's like, if I had a nickel for every Monty I knew that was allergic to cats, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't really do a Doofenshmirtz voice. But
I'm not gonna bother to try. I have not practiced it enough.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna try any voices today. Sorry, audience, if you're waiting for that. But something you'll be pissed off at, or pissed off at me for, the thing that you probably didn't know about, but I moved everything in my room again.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's what you did.
Yes. So how do I put this? I have a big ass TV. Humongous. Absolutely humongous TV. And right under that was my computer desk, and I had my computer hooked up to one monitor and the TV, and if I tried to hook up a second monitor, everything would slow down and be absolutely chunky. So I decided not to do that. But then I said, everything's kind of a mess and I really don't like it, so I'm going to move it around again. And you would know that I move things around a lot, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I moved a bookshelf to an opposite end of the room. I moved the fridge to the opposite end of the room. The couches are in roughly the same spot. And the desk is now in the center of the room. But the biggest... and it looks really nice. When you come over tomorrow, which I'm still hoping you are, not that we're talking personal on a whatever. But...
It's safely.
Yes. I really think you're going to like it. But the one problem I have is the fact that the only place that I would have liked the desk, which is where it is right now, is directly under an air vent.
Really?
Yes. So recording for videos or streaming or broadcasting a podcast becomes slightly difficult when the air comes on. So in the future, if you are watching now or in the future and you're listening later, apologies for potential vent interruption, but like, it's closed. I've done what I can, but I got nothing else.
Yeah.
What else? Quick tangent. Sorry, I'm yawning again. Not really a tangent. Tomorrow, the YouTube channel for this company, the StarGazer's YouTube channel, releases a demo for the first song. It's only 30 seconds, and how do we put this? It's called a demo for a reason, because that's the not finished version. It's so not finished that literally today the entire composition for that song has changed. But we don't have time to completely redo it, so we're just sitting out a demo it's gonna sound really similar, but mostly just like what you're hearing isn't what's going to be the final product, but it's going to be pretty damn similar. You're going to be like, oh, I get it, when the full thing comes out. And that, again, reminder, that full thing comes out at the end of the year, and we'll be releasing a demo for a song every month. So
yeah. Nice.
I don't know if you knew that, but
I did not, but it sounds good.
Yes. It really doesn't yet. It's getting there though. We were supposed to have now we're doing business talk. We were supposed to have lyrics for the third song, a demo for the second song, and a full version of the first song by the end of this month. And so far we have none of those things. And I don't think Sid and I, by the way, Sid's still working. She's just off for a week because she forgot her stupid microphone and she's also moving into that dorm, whatever. We are working, but we're not going to cram. We're going to get it done, but it's going to be another, second. Everything that you would have seen if we got it done on time is still going to come out on the right time. But for us, it's just going to be a slightly faster and more hectic. Let's see. So you've been playing Dead by Daylight, you said, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear more about that because I've seen a lot of Dead by Daylight and I have not played it at all.
So my thing is that the only person that got me into it is Mum.
Our mother.
Which I figured it is safe to call her Mum.
Yes. I will refer to as mother, but it's all right. And by the way, we are not brothers. We have a friend who we will refer to as mom or mother or mom. But you may continue.
So I got only into it originally because of them, and I am hooked immediately. It does not take a lot for me to immediately just go, yes, I am interested.
Yeah.
Mainly because I thought I still had it open for a minute, and I was like, oh god, how long has that been running? No, I've been playing it a lot recently, and I don't often get the chance to be the killer, because so your option is survivor and killer. It's essentially playing through a horror movie in 20 minutes.
Okay.
You got to repair generators. Here's a fast rundown of how the game works. You play as a survivor. You repair generators. You get the exit. You are constantly going up against the killer. The killer can damage, hurt you, put you on a hook, and you will die.
Okay.
Just the general gist of things, and it's not entirely too spooky. There are some times where you kind of shit yourself just a tad, just a little bit of poopy.
I remember one of the killers was I forget the name.
Ghostface.
Ghostface. That's right, Ghostface. And I remember,
and that's actually a really huge thing that I really like about Dead by Daylight is that they have the ability to
Yeah.
reach out to these companies and be like, hey, can we use the likeness of this character? And it's not just for the killers either. There are like special guest
Yeah.
survivors as well.
I remember they're like for what is it, Resident Evil? No.
Well, like the big thing for me was the fact that, like they didn't have anybody for Resident Evil yet, but they have people for Silent Hill. They have Cheryl Mason and they have Pyramid Head, which would be the correspondence for
that's what I was
Pyramid
gonna
Head
say.
to Cheryl Mason. But they have a bunch of stuff for Freddy Krueger. They have not Jason. There's actually a really good reason they don't have Jason. You can play as Ashley Williams from Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Which, fun fact, if you didn't know it, Ash's full name is Ashley, which I think is really cool.
I didn't know that.
That's a personal thing.
Also, you could. God, why am I so tired today? You can. From the Silent Hill thing, there's Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
And I'm just amazed that you can play as Pyramid Head. And
he's a tanky motherfucker.
Yeah, you were saying the other week, because I remember you talking about this a while ago, that Pyramid Head was thick as hell.
Oh yeah, no, a Pyramid Head is a dumb truck of an ass.
Yeah, Pyramid Head like makes Pixar moms jealous.
You know, so here's the thing: is that with Mum, I play with Mum and Auntie, I guess is a good way to put it. And we essentially each have a killer that we simp for. So if they end up coming up at all, we're like, cool, no objectives for me. And we just like constantly run up to the killer and we're like, yes, hello, I'm here. And we do a little dancey dance. And sometimes they spare us. For me, it's Pyramid Head. For Mum, it's Leatherface for Mum. And then Auntie likes Michael Myers.
Okay.
But, so the thing with Dead by Daylight getting these properties, because one big one that people were like, oh shit, how are they going to do that? Was actually Stranger Things again. Nice little loop back.
Okay, that was... Oh, God, don't tell me. What was the thing? It was like... Demogorgon? Is that the thing?
Yeah, it was called the Demogorgon.
Okay. I'm not into Stranger Things, or I'm not into anything popular, so I will be bad with names.
Well, for plot purposes, it's only called the Demogorgon because the Demogorgon is a D&D name for a beast, and the main characters of Stranger Things played D&D, and it's not the only way they could have comprehended it, but the easiest way for them was to call it the Demogorgon.
Okay.
Because D&D plot said, hey, the Demogorgon can essentially take you to this otherworldly hell, and that's what it could do, was take you to, it's called, hold on.
Hell. It's hell with one L.
Do you know what the other side of Stranger Things is called?
We're getting consulted.
It's called the Upside Down.
Upside Down. God, that's as lazy as the thing in the one Legend of Zelda game where they call it High Rule and Low Rule.
Low Rule, yeah.
I hate that.
But, so in it's essentially the Upside Down is like a cold hell that is a alternate reality of ours where these creatures live. But they called it the Demogorgon, which I think actually because in Dead by Daylight, all the killers are the something, which makes them a bit different. Just so they're also not using like the exact name of the killer.
Yeah.
Like Michael Myers is called the Shape. Pyramid Head is called the Executioner.
That's right.
Leatherface is called the Cannibal. So I mean, they're all really cool.
Why isn't? Who did you say wasn't in it? Was it Jason?
Yeah.
Why is Jason not in
So for actually a couple reasons, and I think Mom would be able to explain it better, but we do not
We don't
exactly
have
have them
them.
at the moment. So the thing is that A, Jason had his own game, Friday the 13th, for a little while. B, the people behind Jason did not want him to have a game, so that's why that game is actually getting like shut down, like the servers are going down and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah, no, so Friday the 13th is a game that is going under currently.
good. Like, I
But
don't wanna ruin people's fun or like any of the game devs, but it was basically a ripoff of Dead by Daylight anyway, wasn't it?
well, I mean, yes, but also I can't remember which one exactly came first, and I think that was like, oh shit, they have like a major horror killer, and then instead of like Dead by Daylight already existed, so I guess they were like, hey, can we borrow this person? But no, so like the only one that's actually called what they are is the Demogorgon is still the Demogorgon.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
By the way, Friday the 13th game came out after Dead by Daylight.
you were cutting up a bit. What?
Friday the 13th came out after Dead by Daylight.
Gotcha.
The game, not the movies.
Yeah, no, the Friday the 13th movies came out way after Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
No, but like they also have Freddy Krueger, who's known as the Nightmare, in there.
Okay.
And for me, the most interesting one, and it's only because because of my partner, I really want to watch horror movies and get into them and like the lore of it.
Mhm.
Because the lore of horror movies is actually really cool from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I really like the what is it? The It lore.
Yeah, no, the lore for it is really cool, and that's actually someone that I thought about wanting to see in Dead by Daylight, but there's actually apparently a few reasons why he can't be.
Yeah.
But it's still not impossible. Like if we're looking at fucking Smash Brothers standards.
Yeah.
Um,
Who was the
but
who was the new fighter? Was it Sephiroth?
yes,
All
which I still adore Sephiroth.
Yeah. I tried. What did I do the other day? You were coming over one day, and I wanted to try and scare the shit out of you. Because you're a Kingdom Hearts guy and you have to fight Sephiroth every fucking game. I don't know Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy. But you were coming over and I had One Winged Angel queued up on the TV, and then you walked in and I pressed play. And it just started playing, and I tried to scare you, and you went, "Oh hell yeah!"
Yeah, no, I do not fear the One Winged Angel because I fucking adore playing as Sephiroth.
Found another way to whoop our ass.
So one of the killers that is in Dead by Daylight that I really enjoy because it's not exactly the way that you would think it is because of what it's related to, but one of the killers is called the Pig, and it's from Saw.
I gotta look at this. Dead by Daylight. The Pig. That looks kind of familiar.
And because it's the Saw series, which is usually like, oh, you would expect Jigsaw,
Yeah.
but essentially the thing is that the pig's power is called Jigsaw's baptism. So if you get hit and you go down, they can put a reversed bear trap on your head, and you have to go around to these little stations and try and find the key to unlock that helmet. Because it can kill you. The helmet can.
Oh.
Which is really cool, and on top of all of the like key holders is a little jigsaw. And if it's the wrong, because there's multiple and there's only one of them that's right, if you get it wrong, he laughs, which will alert you to the pig. Which also makes the pig hard as hell to go against.
Jesus. What was the fucking... The Huntress, that's what I'm thinking of. The one with the rabbit ears.
Yeah, no, the Huntress is awesome. And like the cool part is that every killer, even if it's from something else, has lore that gets woven into Dead by Daylight lore.
Oh yeah. Jesus, this is all. Do I get this game, Eli?
It is $20. I highly recommend it, and you would make Sadie cry.
That's fair. God, what do I get it on?
Steam.
Steam?
I would get it on Steam. Yeah.
Okay. I'll look into it. I also did just get, not No Man's Sky. What's it called? The space one.
Outer Worlds.
But Outer Worlds. I did just get that. But I could probably swing Dead by Daylight as well. Jesus Christ. I think it's a good enough time. Do you have anything else to add?
I do not.
Nothing? Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. But, closing statements. Again, demo comes out tomorrow for the first song of that album that's coming out the end of this year. Sure, I already said that. Stay tuned, stay updated. We're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, whatever. You'll figure it out. You got the right idea. Say bye, Eli.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.